So the other day, I found a video from a guy named Robert Cassard. I'm reading it right here. And it says, "It took me 50 years of playing guitar to learn what I'll teach you in 5 minutes." Great. I'll give it to you in a few seconds. Stop worrying about being perfect. Stop worrying about knowing every chord. Stop worrying about knowing all your modes. Stop worrying about knowing all of your scales. Just play, and play to find joy. And that's basically what this video is about. I'll link it below because I think everybody should watch it. Thinking he's gearing it to people that have been playing guitar for a while. He mentions knowing about 15 chords and knowing a few scales. Well, I don't know any scales, to be honest with you. I'm going to get into the 5 points he made, though. Two things. George Lynch, when I met him, had this piece of advice: don't learn other people's stuff, learn your own stuff, when I asked him. At the time, I took it to heart, and I did exactly that, and I kind of neglected practice. I would come out of practice, go home. I'd play guitar all the time, but I was always just playing my own stuff, writing my own songs, because that's really what I wanted to do. The second quote I saw just the other day, which really relates to this, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's Ace Frehley, who, if you're my age, we were influenced by Ace. He said, if I would have learned to play better if I knew I was going to influence so many people. Something like that. I think he's wrong. Ace Frehley is Ace Frehley because he's Ace Frehley. I think if he would have, quote, learned to play better, he might not have been Ace Frehley that we all love and know. That's the point of the video. Number one is that simplicity wins. You don't need to be Steve Vai. It's great if you are, God bless you, but if you're trying to be Steve Vai and you're not achieving that result, it's okay. There's only one Steve Vai. As David St. Hubbins said,
I like the way he puts Yngwie J. Malmsteen on his album, so you don't confuse him with all the other Yngwie Malmsteens in Epiphany.
which I thought was funny. Simplicity wins. I wish I would have known this, because I have just come to the fact that I'm a very sloppy player. I'm a simple player. I have trained my hand to do certain things that I wish it didn't do. This is one reason why I came back to guitar lessons, was just to kind of learn what I was doing so I could change the things that I knew I was doing wrong. For an example, let's see if I can pull this off. I was recording a lead for the Sounding Torture Girls, which is my kind of fake band that I play everything in. So I was doing a lead, and there's this part in the lead that I go, so I just screwed it up. Like, so, well, I just did it. I just did it. And I need to hit that note instead of that note. There, I did it. And then something like that. I mean, it's a simple solo. If you're playing with emotion and feeling and just being yourself, it's going to be better than you trying to meticulously play something. Feel over speed. Lesson 2, feel over speed. It's kind of what I'm talking about. You don't need to be all, whatever, all the little, I can't do it. I mean, here. Let me go back in and record that really good and overlay it so it makes it look like I'm doing it. Because, anyway, feel over speed. When I was young, like before 10, 12, 15, I would listen to music before I went to bed. And I'd have this hand, and I was always into rhythm. And I would do these, like, let's just take, for some reason, I don't know why I keep remembering going to sleep and King of Pain was on by the Police. And it's like, and I would drum my fingers with the beat and kind of like with what the cadence of the vocals. But then I would fill in the spots in between the vocals. So it was always like, and I would just do that. And I think it taught me a lot about rhythm. Let's tell my daughter, she's learning to play guitar. And I said, this hand, more important than this hand. Just being able to kind of like, you know. My mom loved the Doobie Brothers. It's simplicity over speed. Simplicity over speed, definitely. He goes, lesson 3 was play music you love. First, I had to sign a contract with my mother that I would continue playing from my freshman year to my senior year in high school. I started my freshman year. I wanted to play guitar so bad. She was reluctant. So she made me sign a contract, and I remember the first guitar teacher we went to, probably for the first 6 months, maybe 7 to 8 months. Great guy. He introduced me to Spinal Tap, so I got to give him credit for that. I kind of would bring him in stuff, and then even just trying to learn to do something like, you know, he didn't have any idea how to do that. Basically, all he loved was Bruce Springsteen, which at the time I was not a Springsteen fan. You know, grew up on Cheap Trick and, you know, The Who and stuff like that. Anyway, didn't go well. Mom saw that and she took me to a guy. Eventually, we changed guitar teachers, and she found a guy named Brian Letterby who totally got it. And a lot of my friends took from him also. He preached rhythm, which was great. He had songs that we all knew. I'd still go home and play my own stuff. He had some lessons that were really cool. I don't know. My advice is learn rhythm more than anything over lead. His third piece of advice was that play music you love. When I teach photography, I make all my students research photographers, you know, or the canon of photography. Go find out what kind of stuff you like, because there's nothing worse than making photographs of things you're not interested in photographing, just to practice. Because we can practice the technique photographing things that we love. Well, the same thing goes with music. You can practice music on songs you love. Play what you love. Play what you love. And then play what you love, meaning just play. You know, I like doing that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's just so much fun just to do it. It's that G chord. That's just so much fun to do. His fourth lesson, perfection is a myth. It's never going to be perfect. You've got to just give that up and just let it be unique. And unique is much different than perfect. It's the inequalities that I think make things interesting. The perfect example of this, after I write a song, go in and mess with the tempo, not, 130 beats per minute straight across the board. People don't play like that. I think so much of the music today is so synchronized and syncopated, and it's just like, give me some feeling. Give me something. It's like we speed up and we slow down and we do things and we're movement to it to be rhythmic. I mean, there's got to be a little fluctuation. Being perfect isn't always good. And his fifth lesson, kind of going off of that fourth lesson, is you are one of a kind. This gets back to what I think George Lynch was trying to say, is be you, don't try to be anybody else. And there's so many people being a copy of somebody else. It's one thing to play and learn. It's another thing to just like, I have to play like Eddie Van Halen, or I've got to play like, whoever. I know I play like me. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I do play like me. And I think that's a good quality to have. Be yourself. And that means play with joy, play without being too hard on yourself. If you play passionately, I think that's going to come through in what you're doing. It might sound terrible. It might sound okay. Who knows? What would have happened if I would have went to that note? Let's see. That's kind of cool. See, it's just like, I'm just playing for the fun of it, discovering new sounds. If you're by the book, are you ever going to discover anything? I think that's where growing up listening to a lot of jazz music helped. Wasn't it Nigel Tufnell that said something like there are?
It's music based on fear.
Yeah.
The fear, what are they so scared of?
You know, the fact is that jazz is mistakes. You're playing a song, but you do
Wrong.
it wrong.
You're playing it wrong.
You're playing it wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's like everyone goes,
And it's like, oh, great,
jazz,
oh,
of course.
art form, art form.
Yeah.
No wrong notes in jazz, that's why it sucks. Let go of trying to be perfect, trying to learn every scale, learn every note. It's okay if you don't know that. Know your basics and just have some fun with the damn thing. That's basically what it is. Who cares? I have fun and I love the instrument. That's the most important thing. Hope you have a wonderful morning. Enjoy the weather, whatever it is. It's already rained here, it's been windy here, and now we're starting to get sun. What do you know? Nashville's crazy. So take care. See y'all later.